Well, congratulations. How are you feeling after that win?
Hello. I'm really, really happy. I'm grateful and very thankful. I'm hoping that the win is enough to keep me in my contract. Obviously, you guys saw that I missed weight. Completely unintentional, completely unexpected. I got a TKO. Females don't normally get TKOs, normally go to decisions. So I'm hoping that based on that win, which I was hunting for, it's going to allow me to stay within my contract.
When you go into a fight like that, coming off of, missing weight, and you have a contract coming up, is that kind of motivation? Do you feel like that's maybe what helped you get the performance you got tonight, or do you think you would have gotten that anyways?
Based on this camp, my performance was to achieve the result of the win tonight. Ultimately, I would have loved to have a TKO KO situation, and that's what I achieved. If that would have been also submission, I would have been very happy. The miss of weight, again, it's embarrassing. It's unseen and not something you ever want to do. Making weight is half of the job of the athlete, and I didn't do that. But I felt like I put everything in the build up to making weight. And unfortunately, it just didn't happen, and I've got no reason for it. So, yeah, I was going to get the win either way, but the weight loss is just another situation I've got to deal with.
Do you feel like there needs to be more fights at 145? Would that be a division you would want to fight at, so you wouldn't have to go through a weight cut like that, or do you feel like 135 is really where you should be?
So I do believe that there is somewhere in my career where I can rectify what is wrong in me not making 135. If it be an age situation, because I am 33, if it be a hormonal situation, being female, then there are things that I can't eradicate, and fighting at 145 would be a lot more easier. I would love the opportunity to fight at 145. It would make my weight cutting and my fight camp tenfold times easier. If I have to fight at 135 and I'm given the opportunity by Mick to stay fighting at 135, I will put my ass into gear and stay in contact with whoever I need to stay in contact at the UFC PI to see what needs to be rectified in order to make 135. I've been fighting as a professional for 8 fights now, and I've missed weight for 3 of my fights, so there is something wrong in making 135. But I've also made weight at 135. Some of them have been easier than harder, but fighting at 145, I think a lot of females should be given the opportunity to have that weight class back as an option to fight in.
What did you think of your opponent?
She's a new opponent to me. I was meant to fight Montserrat, but unfortunately she got a cut to her head, I believe. I'm happy for her. She's got into the UFC. It's the pinnacle of a professional fighting career in MMA, and if you don't want to be here, you're crazy. Hence why I hope that I'm able to keep fighting in my contract. She was quite unpredictable, quite slow off the mark, but as am I. It's a UFC debut. There's a lot of things coming into play. She took the fight last minute. Congrats to her for doing that and getting in the UFC. She didn't like getting hit. And she actually felt quite strong in round 1, but as soon as I got her on the floor, I felt I dominated her, and I felt that my strikes were really affecting her.
I saw you have a belt around your waist. Is that new?
My new little black belt. Yeah, it's new. It's very unexpected, and I'm very happy. I'm assuming it come because of my dominant ground control. I really love my grappling and my wrestling and my jiu-jitsu. So, yeah, I'm happy. It's a nice little addition to my collection.
I heard on the broadcast, and maybe I heard this wrong, that you're a break dancer. Is that correct?
Yeah, well, I used to break dance. I don't break dance anymore, but I used to love it when I did do it. But opportunities of life pulled me away from that situation, so I don't do it anymore, but I have done it.
Did you watch the breakdancing in the Olympics? I'm curious what you thought.
Right. So the lady that went viral, the Australian lady, if that's what we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
On a basic foundation level, she has good breakdancing. And I bet you 10 quid, if you were any person that's never tried breakdancing, you could not do what she did. But if you're trying to compare her to, like, the elite of breakdancers, some of the people that didn't get to compete in the Olympics, you're going to look at her and think, what the hell is she doing? But, yeah, to showcase that level of skill for your country, it's not great, but if that's what they have, that's what they have.
And last question, when would you like to fight again? Let's say you get, re-signed, you're going to continue fighting. When would you like to fight? And do you have an opponent you'd like to fight?
I have never said no to a fight. I will fight anyone in terms of the opportunity that's given in front of me. I will take it. Obviously, I would love to contend eventually for the belt, but I also need to make my name in order to get to that opportunity. I'm not like a Manon or a Shevchenko or like Pena. I'm not them, Nobody knows who I am, so I need to take a few fights in order to build my name. And yes, I'd like to now fight more regularly instead of having a break and people forgetting about me. I want to be like Jacqueline, the Portuguese lady. She's coming up. She's literally had 2 fights in a 3-week period, and she's fighting again, I think, in the new year. So I would love to be having the opportunity where people are seeing who I am and I'm upcoming. So maybe February, March, I'd love to get the opportunity to fight again.
Just one silly one. If you had to judge your dancing out there tonight in the Olympics, what would you give yourself?
I wouldn't rate it. I would be like, get on the stage. No, it's just for the celebration. It's just a fun little, like a bit different. Like people see it on the cameras right there going, but people see it on the cameras, they're like, ooh, that's nice. But yeah, rating it, I wouldn't. Back in the day, maybe I would have given myself a 3 or 4, but that was a 0.
Thank you.
No worries.